were blessed with the most perfect spring day that you can imagine. The magnolia trees were in full bloom. There were daffodils as far as the eye can see. So we decided that this day was just too beautiful to waste, and we headed over to our favorite park for the first official picnic of the season. That picnic really put me in the mood to decorate my kitchen for spring. My approach to decorating my kitchen for spring, and really for every season, is to keep the decor simple, understated, and out of the way. The first area I like to tackle is the area by my kitchen sink, and this valance has been hanging here since December. It's my holiday and winter valance, so I always like to switch it out for a more colorful floral one that I made for spring and summer. This valance is such an easy sewing project, even if you're a beginner. It's just basically sewing a rectangle of fabric. I do have it on a tension rod, which makes it really easy to remove and to put up. This simple valance adds a very cozy and colorful touch to the kitchen, with the added benefit of hiding those unsightly blinds that I have hanging on the kitchen window. Tulips are my go-to floral for spring, and these are my favorite faux tulips. I purchased them from Boscov's 2 years ago at the end of the summer when they were 50% off. And I love these because they are the best faux tulips that I've found. The color is this beautiful pink color, the leaves feel very real. In fact, when I have company over, I always have someone going over to these tulips, touching them, and expressing surprise when they find out that they're actually faux. I try to change things up a little bit every year. So for this spring decorating, I decided that my theme was going to be blue and white, and I also want to incorporate my chicken collection into my decorating. I do have a small collection of ceramic chickens, and I love to use them in the spring and summer because I think they're just perfect for that time of year. So with this blue and white theme in mind, I gathered some items and I decided to turn my attention to this little wall shelf that I have hanging in my kitchen. This is how it's looked since January. I wanted to keep it very minimal as far as color, so I have my white ceramics, my copper, and some darker accents. But now that spring is here, I want to introduce a little bit more color, and I thought adding some blue and white transferware would be perfect. So I collected some of these items. I also have this beautiful runner embroidered with a lace edge, as well as my little rabbit. It's a piggy bank, but I've never used it as such. I just think he's so cute. And I also want to incorporate the basil and the rosemary that I had by the kitchen window. You can see from the outfit changes that this project took several days. I used to really stress out about rushing and finishing things. I would have these self-imposed deadlines for myself to decorate for the seasons. And by doing that, I just really was losing the joy and not enjoying the process. So, as I've gotten older and hopefully wiser, I've just decided that I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to take my time. If it takes days or weeks, that's fine. And eventually, little by little, it always gets done. I decided to keep a lot of the white ceramic items that I had on the shelf. I think they complement the blue and white transferware very nicely. And I already have that chicken tureen, which also fits into my chicken theme. So I'm just strategically adding some blue and white plates and other items. And the nice thing about blue and white is that you can use different patterns and even different shades. And they just always go well together and look really beautiful. I decided the wall shelf needed a pop of color, so I went into my garden and I cut these hyacinth blossoms that I had. I think the purple and the blue go really well together. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough to achieve the look that I was going for. So I went back outside and I cut some daffodils and decided to add the daffodils and the hyacinths in the same vases. And I think the contrast between the yellow, the purple, and the blue, it's just a very fresh, springy look. I had to take a break from spring decorating to make my Easter cake. Normally, I make a carrot cake for Easter. That's been the tradition for several years. This year, I decided to make something different, and I came across this delicious recipe for a blueberry lemon cake. It's from a YouTube channel called Sugar Spun Run. I will link it below. It's a very easy recipe to follow. It does use a combination of butter and oil, and the butter is added to the dry ingredients one little section at a time and creamed until you achieve this coarse, sandy texture. And then you prepare your wet ingredients, which do include buttermilk, lemon zest, and lemon juice. And after these are combined, you slowly add it to the dry ingredients. The recipe calls for using 3 of these round cake pans. Unfortunately, I only had one, so instead of making 3 layers, I actually made 2 layers instead. So I baked the first, I just divided the batter in half and I baked the first layer. It only takes about 20-25 minutes to bake in my oven. And after that first layer was baked, I then proceeded to bake the second layer. While the cake was cooling, I decided to make a very simple cream cheese lemon frosting, just with some cream cheese, some butter, some lemon juice, and some confectioner sugar. I saved some of the blueberries to use on top of the cake as decoration. And my son actually mentioned later when I was serving the cake that it would have been a good idea to grate some lemon zest and sprinkle that on top of the cake too, which I think I will do next time that I bake this cake because I think it would really make a very nice presentation. This cake was so delicious. The sweetness of the blueberries, the tanginess of the lemon juice, it just combined to make such a beautiful flavor combination. So I'm thinking that this is going to be my Easter cake from now on. Now it does look a little bit rustic, but I think that's the charm of homemade desserts, and I think it definitely beats anything that you can buy at the store or even from a bakery. Now the first slice is always a little tricky to get out, but once I cut through it, you're gonna see the beautiful color of the blueberries, the creaminess of the frosting. I think this recipe would also make very good muffins, which I might try that next time, and instead of making a whole cake, make individual muffins. The Easter dessert has been taken care of. Now I can turn my attention back to the decorating. And again, following the blue and white theme, I use this blue and white tablecloth on my kitchen table, and I top it with a vintage champagne bucket filled with the same tulips that I used by my kitchen sink. I do like to repeat florals in the same room. I think it just gives the space a very cohesive, intentional look. And the last space to decorate is my kitchen island. I like to put the decor on a tray because if I ever need to use the island for food prep, this is very easy for me just to pick up the tray and remove it. And again, keeping with the chicken theme and the blue and white theme, I'm incorporating some of those elements into this vignette. And here is my finished spring kitchen. I told you at the beginning of the video that I was going for a simple, understated look, and I think that's exactly what I got. A lot of the areas in the kitchen were not decorated. I focused mainly on the area by the sink, my wall shelf, a little bit of decor on the island and the kitchen table. And I think that's more than enough to acknowledge the new season and to enjoy all of the beautiful bounty that nature has provided for us. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you in a future video.